Hello, this is Jason Purvis, live at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill's 2010 Chat Festival. I am here with Oasis employee and computing specialist Andre Watson. Mr. Watson, could you please reflect on your experience that you had at the Serious Learning and Serious Games panel?
It was this woman from IBM who was a Kenan Flagler graduate. She had come up with this proposal for a game that simulated learning business scenarios and stuff. So the game was kind of like you would walk through. I mean, you were like basically in a business, and different scenarios were given to you, kind of like so it presented like business situations, kind of the game, like the format of the game was kind of like a RPG or maybe like a multiplayer RPG where you interact with other people, and basically you're kind of given like it gave you business models, and it was kind of like a virtual way of trying out business models. Um,
Second Life?
Not like Second Life, it was like after Second Life kind of thing, but yeah, something close to Second Life. They actually talked about Second Life there too. She kind of bashed Second Life a little bit, but she was saying that Second Life was kind of like the first generation, and you know how usually the first generation of stuff is not the best technology type thing. And she talked a little bit about why it failed. I can't remember, but yeah, it was like you could do different business models and see how they played out. You can change like little factors in the game, and you see how that affects business. And they had stuff like where you could, like job training. This one guy that was there also, he showed a preview for this game from Africa where they were like, I forget the name of the game, but it was basically about people from Africa, for people from Africa, and it was kind of teaching them about AIDS, but it was like, it was still a game. It was like, you had to complete puzzles, you had to, complete puzzles, you had to solve, I don't know, all types of gameplay in it anyway, but the purpose of it was like AIDS awareness type stuff, among other things. And then there was another one where they talk about like gaming in the Army, where instead of having to fly, pay to fly these aircrafts that cost X amount of dollars to fly every time you get in them, where it would be too costly to do training, where they do simulated games where it's like almost the real thing except for without the cost associated with it. And they had those same type things for soldiers. Like they had an example where this one soldier was on CNN talking about he saved a life and he had never done first aid before, but he had learned exactly how to do it from a game. They had that, and then there was like they showed a clip from this game that they're coming out with. That's like I think it's called Ground Zero or something like that, where you are like a medic, fire department, medical department type thing, and you're saving lives type thing. But that could be used as a training for people in those fields. So yeah, it was basically just that type thing, and they talked about um, applying those same concepts to education. And the program that I talked about the business game, that's actually a game that's I forget where it was, but it's actually like apparently the business school has it here at UNC, but it's also a part of the core curriculum. Like everybody that goes through the business major at whatever the school was, I forget what it was. I want to say Kentucky or something. But everybody that goes through that curriculum plays the game in class, and they showed a clip of people playing it in class and stuff. And it's like the whole classroom is just people playing that game, kind of interacting. And then the teacher would, they had questions. The teacher would explain things that are happening in the game, but that was like the main thing about it.